Hello out there in YouTube land. This is Jarrod, part of the local Kaijudo scene here in North Texas. Recently today I was shopping around at Roll to Play over off of Denton Tap in Coppell. I just wanted to show you what I bought today. A couple of packs. I got this Evo Fury 9-card booster pack. I suggest going to pick one of these up at your local retailer. And also this Rise of the Duel Masters. I've been pretty happy with everything Kaijudo's put out so far. Let's see. Let's go ahead and open up the Rise of the Duel Masters. I feel really good about that. We'll go ahead and cover that one first. So let's see what this special package has to offer. By the way, I want to thank everyone for watching today. Please like and subscribe. Alright, so let's see what we got here. We'll set these like that. First one I got here is an overcharge. This is a spell. Each of your creatures gets plus 1,000 power until the end of the turn. That's pretty cool. The next one I got here is Dark Return. This is a shield blast. It's a low mana requirement, which is always good to get those shields out real quick. You choose a creature in your discard pile and return it to your hand. That's pretty sweet. What do we got here? Oh, this one's pretty. This is a Gila Flame the Assaulter. It's got fast attack, so everyone loves that, and blurring speed. At the end of the turn, return this creature from the battle zone to your hand. So it's pretty good as far as keeping it from getting attacked. Alright, so this is a 6 mana requirement. It's going to be more towards the middle of the game. It's a double breaker, which is good. Molten Fists. While attacking, this creature gets plus 1,000 power for each fire card in your discard pile. So you gotta make sure to check that discard pile on this one for Bullshack Dragon. Bullshack Dragon! Yeah, this one's pretty cool. It only requires 2 mana. You can get it out there early in the game. I got a Thorny Creeper. It's Treekin. This is pretty basic, but it's got the powerful attack plus 2,000. And it only requires 2 mana, so you can get it out there early as well. Everybody's familiar with this one, Aqua Seneschal. This is a must-have if you're doing a water deck. Choten's Advisor, whenever this creature attacks, you may draw a card. That's keeps you farming cards. You never want to run out of cards. You run out of options, you start losing. I got the Maro Ooze. This is a blocker and it's a level 1. And definitely, if you're running a dark card set, you want to throw this out there in your deck to get that early advantage with a blocker. And this one right here is Quakes the Unclean. Plague Bear. When this creature enters the battle zone, choose one of your other creatures. It gets Slayer until the end of the turn. And basically, Slayer loses a battle, you banish the other creature. So it's real useful in trying to clean out their battle zone a little bit. And to kind of recap that deck, we had Quakes the Unclean there, pretty neat. We had the Maro Ooze. That's pretty sweet. Aqua Seneschal. Nice. Pretty common card. Thorny Creeper. Hand of the Igniter. Bullshack Dragon. This one was pretty good. And again, this Dark Return, pretty nice. And then the Overcharge spell, which is always good if you're building a deck. If you're new to Kaijudo, you want to make sure to have plenty of spells in your deck, because without them, you don't really have any way to combat anyone who takes the advantage on you. Once they got the advantage, if you don't have any spells, you don't have any way to return anything back to the battle zone. Alright, yeah, and this is the Evo Fury here. And again, I got this at Roll to Play. It's a really good store. Recommend it. Over in Coppell. They have lots of tournaments. I mean, if you play Pokemon, you play Magic, other stuff, you know, they'll cater to you as well. Throw that package off out of there, out of the shot. Alright, so what we got here? We got the Illusory Berry. It's a Treekin. Powerful attack, plus 2,000 while attacking this creature gets plus 2,000 power. Pretty basic, pretty stock card. You should have some of these higher attack power cards in order to be able to take out some other creatures. So basically, if you're attacking, it's going to have 5,000 power, which is really good. It's not amazing, but it's really good. Alright, we got Rapids, Lurker, and I don't know how to pronounce that, but we'll say Wurzel. This is a blocker, very important, mid-game blocker. You may tap this creature to change the enemy's creature's attack to this creature. So basically, if someone's trying to attack your shield, you throw this out in front of it. And it's elusive, which means if this creature would be banished, return it to your hand instead, which is really good. So if you've already got the mana requirement out there, the camera's not staying in focus, there we go. If you've already got the mana requirement out on the field of play, this is really good to have, because you just keep throwing it out there and you can keep blocking. So instead of it going your banishment pile, it's like always having the thing you need in your hand. So if you're building a deck, water deck, I definitely suggest having one of those. Here's another Gigabolver. Let the camera focus on that. Basically, it says decompose. When this creature attacks, banish it at the end of the attack. This keeps it from getting killed, and it's only a level 1, so you could be throwing it out there pretty often. Keep it on rotation. And it's also good because once you get up to the higher level creatures and you got more in your mana pool, you can decide to just throw this in your mana pool if you don't need it anymore, because it may become pretty useless against a lot of high level blockers and such. Alright, and you got the Jet Flame Bodyguard. And this is a skirmisher. This creature can attack only creatures. It's only a level 1 on mana, right? So it's really good to have, and go ahead and get it out there and let it get its 6 summon, and it's ready to go. If somebody throws out a creature, especially low level early in the game, you can go ahead and take that creature out as soon as they try to use it. And the next one we have here is the Photon Squad. Let's let that come and focus a little bit there. Basically, it's a standard creature, nothing special, no extra perks on this. It is a level 3 with 3,000 power though, so if you got that 3 mana out there, go ahead and use that, get the creature out. A lot of times you might have some better options, or you may just use this as mana. This one looks pretty interesting. It says Return from Beyond, and this is a spell, and it can be a shield blast, so if it ends up in your shield list there, you can use this. Choose a non-evolution creature in your discard pile that is level 4 or less and put it into the battle zone. So it's a pretty useful card, pretty useful spell, and if it is in your shields and you pull this out, it can definitely turn the tide of the game into your favor. Alright, and this is my second one ever. I'm very pleased to see this one in here because I would like to have more than one. This is the Screeching Scaradorable, which is actually featured on the little mat we put out here. So you can see right here. And I really like this card artistically, mostly because of its use of color. It's done very well. They thought it out. You know, it's a fun card to look at. Like someone who isn't even into the gaming aspect of the cards can appreciate something like this. It's a Sonic Blast. When this creature enters the battle zone, you choose a target enemy creature. If it's level 2 or less, banish it. Otherwise, it can't block this turn. So if people have some blockers and stuff out there and you want to go ahead and take out some shields, this guy's good. And especially if you got 2 or 3 of these in your deck, you're definitely a dangerous competitor. And we got the Scavenging Chimera, and this is a 2 mana creature with 1,000 plus power, and while all cards in your mana zone are darkness cards, this creature gets plus 2,000 power and has whenever this creature attacks, choose a creature in your discard pile and return it to your hand. So it's got a little bit of a, you know, a harvesting type situation where you can harvest stuff into your hand, and then also, you know, if you're running all darkness, then it's definitely to your advantage power-wise because you can put it out on your second turn and it's going to have 3,000 power, which not a lot of people are going to have that out early enough to block it. Right, and my last card in this this other pack here was the Prism Blade Enforcer. And this one says Heart of Light. While all cards in your mana zone are light cards, this creature gets plus 2,000 power and has blocker. You may tap a creature that has blocker to change an enemy creature's attack to it. So if you're running mostly light or all light, this is another one where if you're running one type of mana across the board, this is a must-have in your deck. If you're running 2 or 3, and this isn't the primary mana you're using, then I wouldn't suggest having it in your deck. But if it's 80% light or all light, I would definitely have it. That's all we got today. Again, we picked these up at Roll to Play in Coppell. It was a fun little trip down the road. It got me some Wendy's on the way there. It was extra delicious. And again, it was fun presenting these cards to you today. I want to thank you for watching KaijudoBoys. And we be out. It's a bunch of bullshack.